Hi, I'm Matt.
Hey, I'm Bianca.
And we're from everybodyswing.com.
Yep. I'm done. I'm done with the cheesy comments.
Okay, all right, that's fine. Okay, we can just get started then.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, so a lot of people have been asking about your where we left off a few podcasts ago about you on the hunt.
On the prowl.
On the prowl. Cougar prowl.
What?
Are you a cougar?
No, I'm not old enough to be a cougar yet.
I thought it was... Oh, wait.
And I wouldn't be on the hunt for cougars.
I thought cougar is just like if you have kids.
I don't think so. I think
That's
you have to be
a
a certain age.
That's a MILF. That's a MILF. You're a
But
MILF.
I'm not on the hunt for cougars or MILFs. Well, no.
Are you on the hunt for MILFs? I want to watch. Well, okay. Well. So let's see. So to backtrack a little bit, you had shown interest in kind of catching up to me in the sense of dating
Right.
separately and possibly having like relationship type of stuff.
Yes.
With other gentlemen, because I have...
Well, let me stop you there. No, actually, it started off with I just wanted to meet some guys just for fun while you were off gallivanting
with my
your
weird
girlfriend.
friend.
So I just wanted someone to keep me company on those long, cold nights when you're out fucking someone else.
You poor thing. No, actually, you should just stay at home and play with your toy. And
I think it's so boring.
What?
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't talk back.
Well,
probably more entertaining
if I
than me.
gag you won't talk back either.
Aw, that's sweet.
Yeah, no, so I just wanted just some company, I want to get laid. You were getting laid, I wanted to get laid.
Sure. And this is in addition to our normal swinging type stuff where we go and do things as a couple.
Right. But I had no interest in a relationship.
Right. But I have a girlfriend, and I also date other girls as well. And
you're going to put your ad up?
And my number's on the screen. Good idea. So you were just kind of looking for something that way as well.
Right.
And so what did you do?
So I put an ad on OkCupid, and got a couple of responses. Went out a few times with a few guys.
And how did they go?
Hit and miss. There was one guy who I saw a few times. It was fun, but it was like definitely like fun, but not going anywhere. He took me to the ballet.
Sucker.
No, he enjoyed it.
Is that what he told you? Did he have sex after the ballet with you?
He had sex before the ballet.
Okay, well then yes. He already had sex beforehand. I'd still say I did.
He got a hand job and blow job in the car on the way home.
I'd bite the bullet and go to the ballet too. Yeah, I love the ballet, Bianca. That sounds fantastic. 4 hours of watching.
It was not 4 hours. I wish. That would be awesome.
Yeah. I'm gonna drink this.
I would never take you to the ballet anyway, so don't worry. You're lame.
Yeah. I know. So what happened with that guy then?
He wasn't actually, he was really not very good at communication as far as like in between. Like he texted me when he wanted something and then that was it.
Like he wanted some booty.
Yeah. So it was very booty call. And I was kind of like, so I went to the ballet with him on a Friday and I had made plans to go out with another guy on Saturday. And
we'll get to him. We'll get to him. We want to hear the juicy stuff about all the gentlemen callers.
There was only one guy I had sex with. Oh wait, there was the other guy. Okay, so
the other guy.
So the other guy, I don't think he was interested in me. We went out once and it was nice. We had drinks and we were out for a while, and then we went out again and we went back to his apartment and like we're talking and chatting and making out and stuff, and then I was like, okay, well I have to go feed the meter, so do I feed it or do I leave? Like I had a time limit, I had to leave at a certain time. I'm like, I can stay for another 45 minutes or I can go now. And he's like, let me give you some quarters.
Nice.
So,
Nice. Classic line.
So yeah, so I fed the meter and came back up, and we decided to take it to the bedroom. And we both got naked.
Mm-hmm.
It was so awkward.
Why?
Because it's like, we just like took our clothes off ourselves. There was no like making out or foreplay or anything. We just got naked.
That is kind of
but then he was like done. He was like, that's all he wanted to do, I think, is make out a little bit and talk. But here's the weird thing. So somehow a conversation came up about foot fetish, like about a guy wanting a foot job.
Okay.
And he kept bringing it up. And I don't know if he wanted a foot job.
Foot job?
Yeah. Where I use my feet to give you a hand job, but my feet instead. I'm not sure if that's what he was asking for.
You've given me I'm sure you must have given me a foot job at some. We've been together a long time.
No, I did it on cam.
You did it on cam once, right?
Once. But anyways, so I think that's
you
what
use lotion on your foot when you're giving the foot job.
I think a lot of men would prefer you to wear socks or
kind of hot. Okay.
Fishnets for the texture.
Sure, fishnets would be cool. Like I like those knee high socks. Those are hot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I'm sure it depends on the guy. Anyways.
You think guys like it with shoes?
I'm sure there are some guys out there that would.
Because you got some pretty dangerous looking heels.
I know.
That's scary.
I'm sure there are some guys out there that would, though.
Wow.
But I don't know. I don't know them.
So you're not really into the foot job.
I mean, if it was someone that I liked,
it's probably good for your leg muscles.
Yeah, but if it was someone that I liked a lot and asked me, like if you asked me to, I'd be like, okay. I mean, I wouldn't want to do it all the time, but because it does nothing for me. Just like when you like do
like a boob job
or what was it called?
Tip
puck. It does nothing for me.
Oh, it
really?
It does.
Not for me, for you. Anyway.
You haven't lived till you've had one of hers, by the way. Just just putting that out there. Were you with someone out of all the times we've been like with other people and all this over the years, like wasn't there one guy like I'm gonna say like a year ago that you titty fucked him and he was just like blown away. He was like, whoa, and you were just like, yeah, this is fun. I mean, it's just because that's not a really common thing that we see in the lifestyle. Although I don't think there's anything wrong. We should see it all the time. That would be awesome. But and your boobs are very good for that. You did that to someone, and they were just like blown away, like they had never had that before, or their wife didn't have big boobs.
Could be. I mean, I know I do have some guys who want to do that because their spouse does not have big boobs.
And you do.
Hey, this is what I'm known for.
That's cool. That's it. Like Orville Redenbacher said, do one thing and do it better than anyone. I'm sure that's what he's talking about.
So this guy, I think he wanted a foot job, and I was like, I'm out. Even though, like, I was naked and we were like making out, and I tried to give him a blowjob, there was like no getting hard.
Okay.
So that didn't bother me. I don't know. Maybe he wasn't attracted to me. Maybe he just couldn't get it up that day for whatever reason. I know he was saying he was really tired. So I don't know.
He jerked off a lot that day, and he was kicking himself. He's like, "Oh fuck, I'm getting some." And now
well, but the thing is, like afterwards, I texted him and said thank you for the date. I had a really nice time, and and I never heard back from him.
Never heard back from him.
No, never.
Wow, he must have been probably embarrassed. I think,
or he just was really not attracted to me. I mean,
but you had gone out before.
Yeah,
right?
This was our second date.
Huh.
I don't know.
Men.
That's okay.
And so what other you went on a lot of like these little single dates.
I didn't go on a lot of them.
Sure
I don't
you did.
remember.
Ooh, the one guy. The guy with the car. I love this story.
The guy with the car.
I tell everybody this story. The guy who was in an open relationship. Wink, wink.
Gosh.
Wink, 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 wink.
Yeah. Okay. So we went on a date, and we were meeting somewhere in the afternoon, and I was late because of traffic and leaving work. So I was a little late, but I was texting him on the way, letting him know, and I was very apologetic because this is not me, And when I get there, he had to leave in like 20 minutes because he had to go to something for his kids, something or other, and so. He did that, so we chatted and stuff, and it was fine, and he was very, very interested, and I was mostly not.
No, mostly not.
Yeah, it's just kind of like, I don't know. I think because he told me he was in an open relationship and he already had a girlfriend, you felt more comfortable with him because he was not like some single guy, because he was already married.
Sure.
And so I was going out with him because you felt he was my first date.
Oh,
and
okay.
Yeah, and I felt like you would be more comfortable with me going out with him because he was married.
Oh, sure, because put you on OkCupid and you suddenly were getting 200 emails a day and a good half of them were penis pictures. And hey baby,
hey
BB, how are you?
I didn't get any penis pictures.
Okay, so he said he was in an open relationship.
Yes, he was in an open relationship with his wife and then had a girlfriend.
But they were like in a sexless marriage?
Yeah, he and his wife were in a sexless marriage.
Okay, all right. This is what he told you. Okay.
So then we had our 20-minute date, and I think he kissed me at the end of that, and I was like, okay, like, that was bold after 20 minutes, but whatever. And then 5 minutes later, he texts me a dick pic.
Really?
And I was like, yes. You knew that.
I don't remember.
Yeah, he texts me a dick pic, and I'm like...
Just without asking?
Without any... I was not asking for a dick pic. It was just like, bam, here you go.
Smooth.
And I was just like...
Smooth.
I like... Don't send me dick pics, but I really like getting dick pics from people I know.
From people that you requested that you played with? Or are
part of what it is... If I'm going to have sex with you, I don't want to know what it looks like before we have sex. Because then, to me, it like ruins the surprise.
What if it's
I get on one hand, I know, I was just going to say, I get on one hand, it's like, well, maybe it's a good idea to see it because then you know what you're getting into and you can be like, no thanks.
Because you only like the big penises, right?
No, I like little ones like yours. Was that an advertisement? Are you going to advertise how large your penis is now?
I'll let you keep talking. Everybody knows.
Okay, so anyways, he sends me a dick pic and that instantly turns me off.
Okay.
So then we're sort of chatting and he's telling me he wants to get into the lifestyle with his girlfriend, not his wife, and all this kind of stuff. And I'm just like, I don't know how to break this off. And keep in mind, I don't know if you've followed us at all, but I've never dated. I was with Matt, and that was it.
In college and all that.
I don't know how to date. I don't know how to break it off with people. I'm just like, huh. So I'm trying to like text him nonchalantly and this kind of stuff. So he's out visiting his girlfriend, and this guy texts me, and he's like, well, let's try to meet again. And I'm like, okay, maybe I can give him a chance. He sent me a dick pic, but maybe I can forgive him for that. So...
Was it a nice dick? That answers that question. Go on.
So then... I'm texting him and we're deciding where to meet, and he says something about going to lunch. And I'm like, sure, because I had the afternoon off, no problem. And then all of a sudden it turns into... Let's meet, because he worked for a school. He said, let's meet in this parking lot near the school, but not close enough to the school. Like, we're going to meet, not in a parking lot, it was like down a street that's not very busy. So we're going to meet in a car. First, we're going to lunch. Now, all of a sudden, I must have said something that led him to believe that I would be willing to fuck him in his car on the street in broad daylight. And I've had a 20-minute date with him. And I was like, I texted him, I'm like, oh, sorry, I'm sick. I can't go.
Well, no, yeah, so wasn't it like he was only able to meet you in a car...
During his...
After work?
No, it wasn't even after work. It was in the middle of the work day.
In the middle of the work day?
He had like a free hour for lunch or something.
Oh, okay. Oh, because he was a teacher, right? So yeah, he had a free hour to do his paperwork. So he would meet you in his car, and that was the only time he was ever able to meet you. Yeah. So it's like, that doesn't sound like you're actually in an open relationship. That sounds like you're trying to have an affair.
Yeah. So I talked to Matt, and I talked to several people, and I was like, I never felt good about the whole thing, and I was like, yeah, I don't feel good about it, and we both pretty much decided, yeah, no, not gonna happen. Mm-hmm. So he's finally stopped texting me.
Oh, yeah, finally? Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, yeah, he hasn't texted me.
Oh, okay. You just gave up after a while.
I think so.
Okay. Men. Bunch of pigs, I tell you. All right, so then you met a gentleman.
So then, because you always talk about how you're like all over. So I went on a date. I went to the ballet with the one guy, and then the next day I went on a date with another guy. Yay me! But we didn't have sex.
Oh, because it was the first date, and you only
because you and I had not discussed that was okay.
Right.
We kind of felt like we wanted to take things slower and having sex on the first date, even if I felt like I wanted to, that you wanted to make sure I was safe and that kind of stuff. So we also had discussed that if there was someone that I liked enough to want to date more often and see more often, that you would want to meet them.
Right.
And the one guy that I had seen a couple of times, it was like I didn't want to bring him home. It was fun, but I didn't think it was good enough, or it wasn't going to go far enough. I didn't like him enough to want to deal with introducing you guys.
Sure.
So I went out with this guy on that Saturday, and we had dinner, and it was very sweet because he wanted to really make it. This is the first guy who really wanted to make it a date. Like, he wanted to go to a nice restaurant. He wanted to dress up, and it was really nice. So we met at the restaurant, had dinner, and then went walked around a little bit, and then had drinks at a bar, and made out in the booth.
What? So how did that work with the making out? Who made the move?
He did.
He made the move?
He told me he wanted to kiss me.
Did he ask permission?
He didn't ask permission, but he said he's been wanting
That's
to
adorable.
do it. No. He said he's been wanting to do this all night. I was surprised. I thought on our walk he was going to kiss me, but he didn't. So I was like, is there something wrong with me? So I was glad he did kiss me in the booth.
Okay.
So then we went back to our cars and went home, and it was about a 6-hour date. So for a first date, that was
6 hours.
It was 6 hours.
Wow. Did you have stuff to talk about? Well, I guess obviously.
But it went so well that when we were at the bar, he basically invited you over.
Right.
Because I had mentioned to him that he would need to meet you, and yeah, so he was like, "What's he doing right now?" So I mean, I guess he was anxious to have a second date. So I went home and told you all about it, and made plans for you and him to meet the next day. Okay. He lives in a different city, so or state. So
he lives in
there.
Portland, and we live in the Seattle area.
So he was in town, and I thought, okay, well, he's in town. Let's get it going, because I'm ready for date 2.
Your vagina was open and ready for business.
Oh my gosh, yes. So date 2 was
with me, right?
Well, yeah. Is that really a date? I mean, the 3 of us went for coffee.
We went for coffee. Yeah, real nice guy. Had a good time. I gave you my blessing.
You did. He even walked back to his car ahead of us so that he could give us privacy to make out a little bit, but we didn't. So, because we were shy.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so date 2. That was the big F date.
The big F date.
Yeah, the big fuck date.
The big fuck date.
Fuck date.
So you planned on fucking?
Yes.
Said, look, I don't want to beat up your bush, but I want to beat your bush.
Right. Well, both of us were the type of people that were not that we were extremely. I mean, well, yeah, we were extremely horny and attracted to each other, but also it's we both kind of feel why waste your time if there's no chemistry in bed?
Okay, sure.
So let's do it and see where it goes, and hopefully it goes well, and we'll want to do it again. So we did. We fucked. You want details? Okay, so
I don't want. I've heard the story. I'm sure others want.
Well, I don't know what kind of details to give. So we went to.
Tell the story.
We went to that one hot tub place.
Okay, so they have a place about like a half hour from us. It's actually pretty funny. It's like a hot tub little room that you rent by the hour. Mm-hmm. Okay,
Classic.
So yeah, that's right. So it's funny because like a whole bunch of lifestyle people we know use this place because they'll you pay like $20 a person, I think, or something like that, and then with a minimum of 2 people, in this room, and it's like got a jacuzzi, and it's got a bed, and it has a shower,
and a sauna,
and they basically
it's not a bed though; it's a seating area.
A seating area, right. That just happens to look like a twin-size bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they have music in there playing too.
and then they like when it's like 50 minutes, then the phone rings and like you have 10 minutes to finish up. Mm-hmm. Pull your pants up, and so it's you and I went there and it was fine. It was fun, except for the fact that it's like a super hot room.
You're really sweaty, really
because there's a sauna and a jacuzzi that you
always want to hop in the jacuzzi first because you're like, ooh, jacuzzi, and then you're like, I'm too sweaty. I need a shower.
That's right, yeah.
And then you get to the bed and you're like, I'm so hot. Can we just go get some ice cream?
Yeah, no kidding. Because I remember we were in the jacuzzi and then like we started fooling around and then we went over to the bed and had sex for maybe like 7 or 8 minutes, and I was just like a sweat. I was
like, "That's it."
Yeah, I offended myself by being like 7 or 8 minutes. Because it was just like, oh my god, I'm dying. I was just like so hot, and so like we took like a cold shower, and then we were able to go on after that, because it was just like, whoa. So I don't know. We gotta figure out a solution to that.
I think the solution is you go, you shower, you play, then you hot tub.
Yeah, but I think the thing about a hot tub, especially if you went like as like a foursome, like if you met another couple and you guys went to a bar and then you're like, hey, let's go back over to this hot tub place. That it's like you kind of hot tubs are just kind of like
so maybe you just stick your feet in the hot tub.
Yeah, I guess, but
I don't know what you want me to tell you. You have a hot tub, you get in there, or you don't get in it. Make your choice.
I just want to find a good solution here.
All right, well.
Because, because I think it's a cool concept, and I think it actually works as far as, as far as lifestyle people are concerned, because it is just something you could do away from your house. Because, I mean, we have issues like with kids, and other people have issues with kids, or neighbor issues, or whatever it might be that they don't want people or they just met someone, they have a privacy factor that they want to make sure that these people aren't stalkers, that they're, sticking their penises in their holes, and they're, they just want to know them for a little while first before they would bring them home. And so it's a good idea for that. I know a lot of people will like get apartments or condos or hotels or
We've talked about it.
Because now we have this issue with I have a girlfriend and I date others as well, and she's got this gentleman and it's difficult to actually get together to do stuff with kids and actually my mother, who used to be our babysitter here, we would drop the kids off and then we would have like big old orgies at our house. She moved away recently, so unfortunately we don't have like a play place. So it's kind of a tricky one. Now like our kids know my girlfriend and get along with her really well, and she's come and stayed with us a few times and it's cool. It's all pretty much known what's going on, but we're not in their face about it and doing it in the living room or something like that, because that would be weird. But yeah, so I don't know. We got to figure that one out. Yeah. Because you'll go down to Portland for a weekend or a day or two, or like he has family here, and they'll leave or something like that, and you guys will go over to their house.
No.
Oh wait, is that a secret? Okay, I'll edit that out.
No.
It's like you think his mom is listening. It's like, oh my god, they come into her house. They splooge all over my pillow.
No. Oh my gosh! One time we went to an empty house. Okay, just oh my gosh.
I'm just saying.
Anyways, so yeah, it's difficult to find places and time and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, it is definitely more. It's easier for me to just go down to Portland.
Sure. So you guys have been seeing each other now for about how long? I don't even know.
I think 5 months.
You think 5 months?
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. You'd be counting. Are you using your fingers?
It's almost 6 months. No, well, 5.5 months.
5.5 months, okay.
He's going to listen to this too.
And he's going to be like,
So one thing I do have to say about him is when we first got together, before our first date, he binge listened to every single podcast.
Smart.
Listened. And it was funny because he told me on our first date that it was like a how-to date me.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's funny listening to what...
he knows... It was weird. Like, our first date, he knows everything about me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I'm like... It was weird because he knew so much about me and I didn't know anything about him.
Well, we've run into that a few times where we've actually, we've run into people, like, at a club or at another part of the country or whatever it might be, that are like, oh my God, I love you guys. I've listened to every single podcast. That was so funny when you said, da-da-da-da-da-da. Right. And we're like, we have no idea what you're talking about because we literally recorded that 2.5 years ago. You might have just heard it yesterday.
Right.
But we just, I'm glad you like it. Thank you. Now let's go have sex. But
yeah, he listens.
Okay, so he binge listens. That's smart because I know we've been on cruises where guys have actually come up to you with some of the things that you've said on these podcasts, like about guys wearing tuxes that totally turn you on, or kissing the back of the neck. Was that a secret too?
I don't know if that one's. I don't think that one. I think it's out.
There's
one other spot. That other spot is the secret.
Oh, okay. Well, the not secret one is the back of her neck. That's a good spot, yeah. So you want her instantly, you're just in a crowd or whatever, and you just start kissing the back of her neck. She's like, her nipples just are, and it's pretty.
Oh my gosh.
Am I wrong?
No,
not at all.
Yeah.
So that's it's good stuff. So because we've had people that have actually come up to you and just over hi, and after 10 minutes of talking and having a good conversation, we'll start to kiss right back there. And...
No, what was cool is at one party recently, I was fucking one guy. I was on top of him, and you and one of our friends came over and started kissing the back of my neck while I was fucking this guy.
While you were riding him?
Awesome, yeah.
Yeah.
It was good.
She likes that.
That was good.
She's having it's kind of like an orgasm and a double orgasm type of thing. Add more to the orgasm by doing that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got the sensitive spot.
You guys were just late though, because he had already come, and so I didn't know how much. Because some guys are really sensitive after they come.
Yep. And
they don't want you to move. So I was like, can I keep moving? Because I'm having trouble not moving. So he was fine. He just laid there like a good boy.
I wonder if you should keep moving anyway unless they tell you to stop.
Totally. Yeah, because I know some guys do like to have you keep moving.
Right. Well, because I've always found that you and I mean, we've had sex for many years.
Once or twice at least.
Will be when I come, you'll just be done. But so am I, type of thing. And that's always been perfectly fine. But I've noticed that my girlfriend will keep going. And keep going the same speed for another 30 seconds, and it's totally super sensitive, but it's good super sensitive type of thing. But I can see there have been other times where I'm oh my God, I'm so sensitive, any touching there, and I'm gonna.
I'm trying to think. My boyfriend.
Oh, isn't that cute?
What?
You totally blush when you said that.
He stops after Yeah, no.
He stops after you, but I'm talking. Well, it's one thing when he's doing the sexing part, but what about if you're the one doing that? You're in charge at that point. You're either on top or you're just, or is that I don't know, whatever. But I mean,
you're I don't want the details of how you come. No, it's pretty much when I think he doesn't want much more after sensitive. It's too sensitive, so he's. Not that he pushes me off or anything. He doesn't do that. But,
right.
He warns me and he says, "Okay, I'm gonna back away now."
I'm curious what others think about that, because I know some guys will.
Should we take a survey?
Take a survey. That's right. You can email us, or if you're watching us on the YouTube channel, comment below about whether you like, as a guy, if you like things to just stop right afterward, or to keep going, because there definitely is. It's a whole other sensory type of experience, because mentally, guys are like, okay, I'm done with sex, but still they're like super, like the second you come, like there's like a switch, but there's also like something going on down in the penis area that's like super, super sensitive.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to think about that. We're just going to have sex again. That's fine. But yeah, so comment below, or you can email us, of course. What's our email address?
info@everybodyswing.com.
That's right, and you can email us there, or you can actually you can message us on Twitter. Our Twitter account is everybodyswing1. That's everybodyswing, and then the number 1. Well, you've heard that before?
Just once.
Hey, people follow us or something. We don't say much on there, but but follow us. That's cool. And comment about what you like as far as that is concerned.
Mm-hmm.
But thank you so much for listening. So, is there anything else you want to talk about your gentleman caller?
I know why you're saying that.
You do?
Yeah.
Can you tell me? Because I don't know what you're talking about.
Anything else I want to say? Like what?
I don't know.
Like how big his dick is?
No. So that's what you're thinking about?
Isn't that what you were leading to?
No.
No?
No. Now you have to talk about it, but
it's nice.
It's nice.
I like it. Thanks.
That's what you were. Wow.
What?
I wouldn't even think about that at all. But you're just
Why don't
thinking
you
about
his dick? He's probably happy that you don't think about his dick.
No, I don't. No offense, guy. Well, I'm glad you like it.
I do. I approve.
You approve of this penis.
Yeah. It's good.
It's good.
I rent him out on occasions too, so
You rent him out?
Yeah, I rent him out.
What's his hourly rate?
No, there's no hourly rate. You just gotta be good enough.
Good enough.
Like,
okay.
You gotta give it to him good. I don't know what I'm saying.
Wow. Okay. So if you need
message me if you're interested in borrowing my boyfriend for the night. Please send picture and resume.
Send pictures. Just send pictures. I'll look at those too. Wow. Okay.
Was there anything else I needed to say? I have a boyfriend.
Yes, it's cute. Okay.
What else?
No, that's good. Okay, I was just curious. Okay. All right. Well, we'll definitely keep up on this and find out the latest bit of trashy information. Or what do you call it?
Trashy information.
You know what I'm talking about.
There's no trashy information.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well.
Are you just like trying to say gossip?
That's the word I was looking for. Sure. Yeah. Okay. I'll ask you next time.
You'll ask me if there's any new gossip regarding his big dick.
Okay, alright, fine. You want to talk about the size of his penis? Talk about the size of his penis. Yes, his penis is bigger than my penis. I know you're always commenting that I always talk about how big my penis is during these podcasts, which of course it is.
It is.
But there are the rare, like, 1 or 2 guys in the world, probably.
Just 1 or 2 guys that are
just slightly bigger.
Yeah, just slightly bigger.
Slightly bigger. But you like the big penises, apparently.
Apparently.
Yeah.
I mean, you were always the biggest I've ever been with.
Right. Always?
I have to think about it. Yeah, I think so. I mean, because there's like so many different types of penises out there. Peni?
Penis. Yeah, I think that's the proper term.
That they're all different shapes and sizes. Oh my gosh. And so, yeah, like, I mean, I don't know. I think you're one of the biggest ones I've been with, but I have had a few.
You were one of the biggest ones. I think you're one of the biggest.
No, I've had a few partners that
definitely in the upper like half. That's good.
I have had some partners that are well endowed, but
I don't think you've ever been with one of those Coke can penises, though.
No. Thank you. No.
I remember that one time that you were like, you used a dildo, like when we were at those people's house that had like a whole wall of dildos.
Yeah, it was not good.
It was good.
It was more for the novelty of, can I do it? It's the size of 2 fists. Let's see.
It sure was. It was this thick. It was, we were all very impressed by that one.
Like, don't move it. Don't make it vibrate. Just shush.
It's the
do I
opposite
want
of
it
giving birth.
fucking me?
You gave birth, you can take one of those things.
No.
Wow.
But yes, there are guys that I've been with that are well endowed, but they all have different shapes. So I can't say, like, I'm not going to sit here and measure your dick. I'm sorry, I don't care. It's and it's not the size that matters as much as how you use it. Mm-hmm. So, like, you're big and you're more straight. Mm-hmm. So you hit me in different ways in certain positions with you.
Oh, does he have a crooked penis? Oh, he's one of those crooked penises.
Crooked?
Well, you said my penis is straight.
Yeah.
So I assume his penis is crooked?
Well, not crooked. It's more
we've seen some crooked penises.
It's more like hook-shaped.
More hook-shaped?
Yeah.
Like which way does it hook?
Like, so it hits my G-spot really well.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Sure, okay.
So, like, certain positions with him are, like, really good.
Okay. that mine just because it's one of those boring straight penises. Okay,
my mind just went to, like, some of my favorite positions, and I drooled a little. Sorry.
You're like, oh, that one where it hits that spot. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, since actually we're talking about it, you have with your boyfriend, you have started to expand a bit into the things that you actually like.
I wasn't going to tell people about this.
Where if you listen to our early podcasts, what were the 3 rules? Do you remember them? Do you remember? Yeah. The things that Bianca does not like.
Don't come in my mouth.
Don't come in your mouth. Don't
choke me.
Don't strangle you. Yeah.
And don't put things in my butt.
Don't put things in my butt.
Yeah.
But
I've done all 3 with him.
You've done all 3 with him. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Okay, I was going for the butt one. Okay. Wow. You're a naughty girl. Okay.
Fuck.
Well, this is news to me. Okay, we were going to cut this thing off. This is going to be the end of it.
This is becoming a long podcast, so next time on...
No, okay, so he was strangling you.
No, it was one time... I was getting kind of mouthy. No,
you do. Getting kind of mouthy.
It's like, shut the fuck up, bitch! Shh. No, I'm kidding. One of the things I really like about him is that he challenges me to try new things.
Sure.
And there are things that I have in the past thought about and wanted to do, but thought there was something wrong with me for thinking that they sounded good or interesting or whatever, and I like that I can explore those with him.
Okay.
So he was fucking me, he put his arms around his hands around my neck. It wasn't like he wasn't like choking me.
But did it stop like your breathing and stuff? Was it like
not at all?
Oh, okay.
Not at all. It was just like a little bit of pressure, like on my collarbone, kind of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I could still breathe and moan and scream and all that shit.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So then number 3 is coming in the mouth.
Yes.
Did you like that?
I'm trying to remember. Well, I didn't swallow.
No, you don't do that.
I'd also used a lot of coconut oil, and I was like, ugh. I didn't like the taste of the coconut oil and stuff, so.
So it was kind of pina colada.
Yeah, well, it's penis colada.
Penis colada. Do you like penis colada?
Anyways, it just like, what? What do you want me to say about that? We were in a place where... I was on my period, and we didn't have sex, and I gave him a blowjob, and he came in my mouth, and I went and spit it out. Like,
Okay. You don't have to explain it to me. I was you look very defensive.
I don't know what you want. Like, what information you want.
Yeah, just curious. I hadn't heard this story. Okay.
Well,
okay, now I have.
Wasn't that interesting?
No, wasn't that interesting. Okay, but now you like stuff in your butt?
I'm experimenting with stuff in my butt.
Experimenting, for example?
For example, like, what do I like up my butt?
Sure.
I've been playing with plugs.
Okay.
Of different sizes and textures.
Okay, alright. And
I've had a couple of penises in my butt.
Yeah, a couple of penises in your butt. I was one of those penises.
You were.
Yeah. Mm-hmm,
yes.
Mm-hmm. Which you are always pretty adamant against.
Right.
But I think the issue. I mean, I think you're still having an issue now that you've got these two guys that have large penises. that's an issue with your buttocks. Is that correct? 'Cause I think you've been always very leery because you're very sensitive there and.
So the couple of times that I've done it, I've had to stop both of you because it's just a very overwhelming feeling. It's like too intense,
right?
And both of you have been very, very good at checking in with me and making sure I'm okay, and not like you're not like pounding me like crazy. But so I appreciate that, but it's just a very weird feeling for me. Like it's just very overwhelming. Sure. And, I mean, it's not a bad feeling, but it's just, at this point, could I do it every time I had sex with either one of you? No.
Yeah.
No. So, I have to.
You still like stuff in the vagina?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Like, if I had to choose between one or the other, it'd definitely be not my butt. Mm-hmm. Sorry.
But now, now when you have issue with what your early issue was not necessarily guys trying to stick a penis in your butt. It was more along the guys always putting his finger up your butt.
Okay, so here's the thing: is I want to say this. I would not want someone I don't know well or just met choking me or sticking a finger up my butt. Those rules still apply. If I know you well enough, then maybe I will. But I have to feel extremely comfortable with this person. And we were at a club somewhat recently, and I was with this guy, and he did ask me. He said, "Do you like butt play or something like that?"
Right.
And I said no, because I just met him. I didn't know him. What did he mean by butt play? What's he going to do to my butt? What's he sticking up my butt? I don't know. I don't know you. I don't know where you've been.
Butt tic-tac-toe, maybe.
Butt tic-tac-toe. I don't even want to know what that is. But anyways, I just like getting tied up. I don't want just anybody tying me up. There has to be a level of trust there for me.
Yeah,
and there
okay.
are, right at this moment, there are a very small handful of people that I would trust. 4 people, in fact, that I can think of off the top of my head.
Okay.
So,
am I in that?
You're in there.
Okay, good.
Those 4 people know who they are.
Yeah, they do.
All 4 of them have done it before. So.
Okay, well, and with that, I think we're gonna.
Please be done.
Please be done there. Yeah, we've learned almost a bit too much about you this afternoon.
And the sun's getting a little. I'm like turning into a vampire now.
Yeah, that's okay. Next time we close that curtain. Yeah. All right. Well, again, thank you so much for listening, and
that's it.
That's it. Okay. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Not everybody's into orgies. Not everybody's brave enough or into it or whatever.
Who's not into orgies?
I don't know. There's got to be someone out there. Not one person.
Well, I'm sure there's people that haven't had orgies yet. But...
Well, and if you don't know, if you've never had an orgy, you don't know what to expect. So much closer than we've ever been, and we were always really close anyways. So it's just crazy how much closer it's brought us together. And I think it's partially because we share this incredibly sexy,